So, I know it's been about a week, but it's Christmas Eve, and this is going to be one of my Christmas gifts to you. Expect a Christmas video tomorrow, but until then, I am going to be reviewing an overview of and look back at Mandalorian Season 2 and my overall review of it. This is Season 2 of the story between the Mandalorian, Din Djarin, and the child. And this will have spoilers for the entire season, including the season finale, Chapter 16, that came out 6 days ago. So be full-on well aware of that, and now I'm just going to get right into this with the negatives. There are no negatives. I think there's maybe two problems I have with this season. Number one, Chapter 10, it's not bad whatsoever, but it's definitely lessened in quality than the other episodes. It's not bad, it's just, it doesn't feel very important to the overall story. It feels like we really could have just attached that first scene to the beginning of the next episode, and you wouldn't need to see this episode at all. The story wouldn't be important. You wouldn't be wondering, wait, what happened? It just doesn't make much sense. It doesn't connect very well, even if it is an entertaining episode. And then another issue I have is Mando takes off his helmet twice in this season, and they're both extremely powerful moments, whether it's in Chapter 15 and it shows kind of his determination on how he's going to get Grogu back, or his or in Chapter 16 when he takes off his helmet purposefully in front of another person, in front of Grogu, Baby Yoda, in order to show his face to him. And they're both amazingly powerful, emotionally touching moments that really show Mando's growth. But I feel like having it already have happened in Chapter 15 kind of takes away from how powerful it is in Chapter 16. They're both good moments, and I feel like my two negatives are more two things I mixed on. And they're not really prominent at all, so I'm going to jump right into the positives here, and oh boy, there are a lot. So, I love the overall theme of this season. It's Mando trying to find a Jedi, trying to get Baby Yoda, the child, Grogu, to his people. And that requires him to find Jedi, but in order to find Jedi, he needs to find Mandalorians. And that just leads him on a long trail of interacting with new characters, along with characters we've seen in other Star Wars media, whether it's movies, books, shows, and I feel like this season just ties all of Star Wars together. Like, just perfectly. Like, it's not feeling like this is only catering to the story of the movies, it's only catering to the story of the shows. It all fits together perfectly. And it's managed to include characters like Ahsoka Tano, Bo-Katan from Clone Wars and Rebels. It brings back Boba Fett and Luke from the movies. Even Cobb Vanth, a character from the Aftermath books. It brings them all in, makes them big parts of the story. But it never feels like it's leaning too far into fan service. And always the story of Mando and the child is at the heart of the story. And all the characters are intertwined really well in there. It only makes sense that if Mando's looking for Jedi, he's going to run into Ahsoka and Luke. And Gideon has the Darksaber. Mando's hunting Gideon. Only makes sense he's going to run into Bo-Katan. Mando's looking for other Mandalorians. Oh, how about the guy with Boba Fett's armor? I feel like the only person in the season who actually feels like he might be kind of shoved in, not in there naturally, is Boba Fett. And even then, he fits in really well. So you did a great job of introducing these legacy characters, making them interesting, and giving them new stories to tell. Bo-Katan, he has a bright future in what looks like Mando Season 3. Ahsoka's getting her own show. Boba's getting her own show. They just did a fantastic job bringing all the legacy characters to the show and making it feel natural and making it feel great. And there was fan service, but I never felt like, oh my gosh, there was too much fan service. It's just like they're overflooding. I'm personally someone who likes fan service. And even then, like, a lot would bug me, but this didn't bug me whatsoever. This season did perfect with that. And once again, aside from one very small thing in the final episode, the graphics in this season, the visual effects are on top-tier levels of the movie. The action was fantastic, whether it's Din taking down a crate dragon, or him battling Moff Gideon, or basically everything in Chapter 14 with Boba. It does so well with the action and the visual effects, and every episode is extremely well directed and looks great, and it just feels like Star Wars. The score by Ludwig Göransson, forgive me if I'm saying that wrong, but it's one of my favorite TV scores ever, especially that for the final episode. And he managed to create new, interesting scores for Mando, and also managed to tie into old themes with, how he makes new themes for Bo-Katan and Boba that are both so great. But he also manages to attach the themes of Yoda and Ahsoka and the Resistance and the Force and Luke and all into it, and he does a great job. So this season of Mandalorian, I love how it has a lot of the same feel of Mando Season 1 and still focuses perfectly on the central journey of Din Djarin and Grogu, Mando and the child. And still, their story is still the heart of everything. And it feels like Season 1 with the locations, and then Cara Dune, Greef Karga, them coming back. But it also manages to tie in all these characters from all over Star Wars. And it makes Star Wars feel more connected, you know? It really kind of, seeing characters like Ahsoka and Bo-Katan in live action, it really makes it feel worth it having committed to watching Clone Wars and Rebels and all those shows. With them getting this level of attention and just knowing there's such a bright future for them. And my favorite thing about this season is I'm kind of stealing this, but it doesn't make me... Last season, it made me... I was like, oh, I'm so excited for Season 2. This season makes me excited for the future of Star Wars as a whole, and I'm so excited for that. And I just love this season in general. It's everything I wanted it to be and more, which is why I would give The Mandalorian Season 2 a 10 out of 10. It's top-tier Star Wars, along with Twilight Apprentice from Rebels, the original trilogy, Knights of the Old Republic video game, and Siege of Mandalore from Clone Wars earlier this year. So I absolutely loved it. Some of my favorite Star Wars ever, some of my favorite TV ever, and I'm extremely excited for the future of not just this show, but Star Wars as general. I got a lot of videos coming out over the next couple of weeks, including one tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. So like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.